I'm thinking it can't be it's too small. So I got a phone or line I was nailing my debt. They said it's impossible. Well, lo and behold, they've never had a car. They sold it, and I'm getting now.
All the time. The other thing that I would share for everyone is the PIN number. You might want to go in and pay cash for your gas because there's new wiring in the news. And give all of your information and keep it.
And I want to stress, so executive entrepreneur, because I'm living this, you're living vicariously to bring these people in. So if you turn around and you put everything into it, windshield's missing, they stole your material. When you find out they stole your identity, you got a warrant for your arrest, taxes. I mean, what they find back is unbelievable.
Very well trained.
Yeah.
And sell it over and over. Become us. It's a very lucrative business. In fact, if you want to change what you do, you can go to Ukraine and take a course on how to break.
That's just being absolutely real and about situation. It's not games. So, and explain this part because this is important. You don't have to work. You don't have to be a baller or have a reason to give yourself.
Absolutely not. Doesn't matter if you have so criminal activity in your name. If they want to use your information, if you can use your information, walk into a hospital, you're not only going to get the bill from the hospital, it's going to affect your medical records.
And one thing, again, because we're trying to keep things that just stood out in my mind during the conversation. It's only business owners. We pay all kinds of different premiums, all the different insurance. One other thing that was brought to my attention is important of how the caller process in order to scale up. Information.
Correct.
If you could talk about that before the break.
Certainly will. As we all know, every time that you go into a dentist office, insurance, you fill out an application. It involves non-public information. Every single business owner has the size, collects personal data or from the employees. If information is lost or stolen, there is a law called fact fair and credit protection act. That information there is called what we call a breach. The government is very specific as to information being stolen and not that is on the business owner. If they're not protecting it, so what we do is go in and help those business owners educate their employees, put them in a position to reduce risk, reduce their liability.
And that's the part that stood out to me. And I can't stress when you scale up, you're not sure, you got a little problem skill. Executive got a little problem. This is all about scaling up and doing things the right way. Listen to these executive. We'll be right back after these messages.
Blocks 2 lanes, extended northbound. You guys stop traffic. 59 the Southwest Freeway. Vehicle left lane block, Sam Houston Tollway, northbound New York. All on the right shoulder, West Park Tollway, West Sam Houston Tollway. Structures all freeway, east to west, downtown, Sam Houston Tollway. The roads. Every 10 minutes on 9, some news is 82.
Aggies, well, it looks like weather all around you. Kickoff temperatures will be 94 degrees on the fourth quarter. a stray shower possible with temperatures a little night. But heading to town, we're looking at isolated stray showers late in the afternoon. Should be there in town. The party, hopefully, this summer is really looking for temperatures in the low 80s to upper 70s for much of the evening here. From the age of 11 news, I'm meteorologist Ismail Gomez.
News 90 FM, 92.1 FM, streaming live at 92 FM.
To that beat. So yeah, he instantly with me. You're listening to the executive hour with Johnny Prophet. Go to eehour.com. Leave your questions in the comments and all that stuff. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. All the normal stuff that people on air say about social media and all that. But what's most important is our commercial stuff. By the way, spending more time on these stuff. Okay, Verna, we were talking about. I had no type of call or system in place to have my. Someone gets fired. 2 years later, some information pops up, and someone loses their identity.
That's correct. The liability follows the data.
Wow. So, what's the whole when something expires? Limitation. Wow. That's so. Okay, what do we do? How do we fix this? What steps do we need to start taking?
So you need to make sure that you have time aside to pull all the employees together. This has nothing to do with HIPAA. This is how long you lock down on your information. Is there everything you want to happen? Or to get rid of anything you have a person protected on. Many people are very negligent. I don't mean to be negligent, but the trash, the manager that come by have stolen information work. So I can walk in the office. I've been to school districts, companies, insurance, where they have their information. All I have to do is and I treat my very similarly. And so our goal is to make sure that the business owners take time because it is important. It can affect your business. It can put you out of business.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Unfortunately, didn't have all of the patient files in the app. It was just where you could see them. One of his symptoms was seeing those patient files and selling the information. So, what did we do? I did training. I educated employees on the protection of that. He changed the way his office was organized. All those files, you can even see them if you're page. They now make sure that the best person heard.
And it seems like it makes common sense, but the reality of it is you start your business, it started growing. It's one of those you're just literally out there looking for that are compliant.
That's correct. Gap said that go down the back aisle out any business and find.
And this is what your level of expertise.
Okay. The company I work with is Blue Shield. They've been around 42 years. I've been in the business 15 years. I first started marketing plain which people access to the legal system, and then of course I think that became prevalent and everywhere. And so we did that with a company called Call. That Call does actually, and said 70% of the time you're helping a client like that, that client and attorney. So we're only company that packages together legal plans to attorneys and also a person's identity. And once again, John, we cannot prevent identity theft from happening. Right. It's about what you're doing. Have somebody watch your back, protect you. You're doing what you do. You have watching your back, and to educate our listeners. We want to make sure that whatever identity that you have, it does restoration. You don't want to get a service that's going to alert you. And so actually for government. My son's a fireman. He said, Mom, it would be like a fire truck 911. But we also somebody watch or the fireman.
That would be the thing.
Right. There's actually a sign you to work on your behalf. We alert you. If something gets credit, credit files for change address in your name. Right. We update with U.S. Postal Service every night. So if anyone files for change of address, ever done that, you fill out the little pink slip, give it to the clerk at the post office, but she never asks you for your identity. What happens is the identity thief files for change of address, and they go create a name. You'll never find out until even do, unless you have a source like this, because we're going to alert you and let you know that change address file is you'll alert control. Assign you a private investigator, and we immediately go work on your behalf to take you from victim to progressive status.
I'm going to tell you, like I can't emphasize enough. Now, to carry car insurance, you got on your computer, you got all these safety systems, going on in your day-to-day activity. But the question is, how do you protect yourself from identity theft? And good or bad, it's not you see other movies where they kind of make the fact that they totally ruin you through the key, but that's real life. That's what we're in this day and age.
Exactly. If you don't think it can happen to you, just hide and watch. Yeah. Because it can happen to anyone. It's happened to people in the government. It's happened to people on the street. We're already $50,000 in debt. One, people name their names, and it's really sad. Or families are stealing their own children's identity, or friends, or their cousins.
Yeah.
And giving that child opportunity in the future to live their life with clear slate.
Yeah, just way more important than credit score or things like that. I'm telling you, one of the things that I preach on a lot is the two things that can give you is time, not a service.
Take jail.
That's right. Yep. And if you put up a fight, you're probably going to get your head off. So with that said, we're going to break the big takeaway from that, and I appreciate you going on with us today. And again, on the website, go to eehour.com to find out more information. Really, follow the exclusive sessions with Bruno, because it's happened to me. I don't want to see it happen to you. We'll be right back after this break.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
News, the accidents northbound down in Woodway was a lot of traffic there. Southwest Freeway. And just all the right shoulder, West Park, West Badger, West San Luis Tollway. All the lanes are closed, east, west, Tollway. We look across the construction, you're using the feeder road through there. Get traffic west every 10 minutes on the 96 on News 92 FM.
Okay, Chief Meteorologist Mario Gomez with your weather forecast. The forecast. The forecast today calls for increasing for showers this afternoon. Moisture begins to move in by Sunday. Today we're looking at only a 30% chance of rainfall. Tomorrow, Ingrid and the moisture begins to move in across the South Texas Gulf Coast. We'll see elevated rain chances here in town up to about 40%. Temperatures will stay in the low mid 90s today and tomorrow. We're looking for more rain on Monday. Moisture from Ingrid will continue to impact us on Monday. Chances continue for Tuesday. We'll keep it below 90s through the middle part of the week. Overnight average will be in the mid 70s through much of next week as well. I'm KGO News meteorologist Mario Gomez. Weather Center.
Folks, this is down thick. If you're one of those millions of Americans who was back taxes, if you get nervous when the mail comes because you might get a lot from the IRS, then you've heard cracking down this year. Encourage your paycheck, levy your bank account. Even your home or business could be up for grabs for unpaid taxes. It's all true. But it's also true that they're offering you. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program. Tax debt forgiveness. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. So now is the time. If you qualify, the experts at Optimum Tax Relief, their team of attorneys and enrolled agents will give you the best deal possible. Optimum has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optimum for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-3585. That's 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit optimumtax.com.
In lush green spaces. Good morning, we're simple luxury in the small town of Fort Texas. Visit Fallbrook.com to learn more. Fallbrook at home. Visit Fallbrook at Fallbrook.com today.
The Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Profit. I'm your host, John Wilder. I go by John Profit out in the streets. I'm a business developer and investment guy. I like to find markets that have lots of activity and lots of people that want to spend money. And we go up there, we solve the problems. We have no great visions or no good ideas about how to build a cool company or come up with cool ideas. We just listen for folks with needs to have the resources to pay us to solve them. It's that simple. You should join me. So wait. We just got to talking to Verna. So I'm just worried, like, man, okay, did I cross shred? So now I have Chania Johnson's in the studio with us today, and I'm really excited because, again, I do this big old mind-blowing, as they say, workshop on different entities and how they tie into your life when it comes to business. And the thing I emphasize enough is outside of knowing the owners, it's the people who actually control the resources, you better know that the people who protect, which is your government agencies, your regulatory bodies, your associations, your accreditation folks, and things like that. So in the big world, the real world, there are basically three types of government. You have church, and their job is to regulate your disposition or your values. You have the government, their job is to protect and regulate property, and then you have associations whose job is to regulate the standards. So today we're going to talk about the property side of things, and government, how you need to know who those people are and what you need to say. So, Chania, thanks I'm glad you're in town, actually.
Yes, thank you for having me. Let's see. I'll say this because I want to get to the meat of what it is. I want to make sure people understand about being an advocate. Yeah, and so I am a native of the Louisiana area, but I worked on Capitol Hill for almost 13 years right now. Currently, I'm a government affairs consultant federal agency, but also do small business development around government affairs. Getting small businesses to understand that they too can be players in the system of whether it be getting contracts, whether it be understanding regulations that are coming down on the pipeline, or just build relationships and rapport with decision makers and legislators. And so I'm just excited about being here today. I live and breathe the whole advocacy system, and I just think that more people need to be actively involved. We go to the polls every 2 to 4 years, and in between, and we press that button, we pull that lever, but we don't hold them accountable. We're not really engaged in that afterwards to see what's in it for my business, and how can I stay engaged? How can I possibly testify in Congress, or what should I do? Should I write a letter? Should I call? There's a number of things that businesses can do to stay informed of what's going on and be a part of those decisions when it comes to changing regulations and things like that.
And I'll also say this for my executive entrepreneurs, listen to me. I'm doing this in real time, and I'm always involved in creating a business, and so I'm not like, I built a website, tell me marketing, I'm going to come talk to you about business. No, I'm doing what you're doing, which is just trying to grow and develop. So one of the things I'll point out to you, knowing the right officials is the difference between a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 figure income.
Yes.
It's that simple. So that's why what she's saying is so important. So I just want to stress that out. People are like, well, how do they make 8 figures? Well, they knew somebody who made it possible.
Right.
Because they got involved.
Exactly. And so it's very important that you understand the ways in which you get involved. Find out who your local elected official is, whether it be federal, state, or local, and then engage with them in the different things that are going on. Let them know what type of business you have here in the Houston area. They don't possibly know every business that exists. So the only way that they're going to know is if you approach them, you let them know what's going on with your business and how it is that you're, whether it be employing maybe 7,000 people in their congressional district or local city. It doesn't matter. You have to be the one that gets your business, that like an official or that decision maker. Let them know what's going on with you.
Yeah, because again, you hit on the key words. The key terms we always hear and we use is revenue and employment.
Yes.
When you're bringing a tax base, you're bringing dollars in, and you're employing people. That's just music to the ears of those that are in charge of constituents.
And absolutely, and then that's the people, generally, those are the people you have influence over as well, your employees. Those are the people you can continue to encourage, not just to go out and vote, but sometimes work on campaign and volunteer and things like that. It is a system, and some people are like, why do we have it? It exists. Yep. So because it exists, you need to find a way to work within that system. Yeah. And I believe the best way to do it is understanding how it is, what your role is, but then also how it is you can benefit from it as well. It's our government, and the government millions of dollars, we already know. And so it's important about finding out, focusing maybe on one for agency in which you want to do business with, and that's where we go in and we begin to talk about the government contract. Just focus on one agency. Don't focus on 10. Focus on one. Build relationships. Let them know what it is you offer and how that service you offer can benefit for government. And then build relationships with your elected officials so that if you need a letter of support or recommendation or referral or reference, they have all different names for them. You know what it is you need, and then they can help you get that.
And a lot of times people don't do that because it's either they don't know how it works or that's even possible. I will always say this. I've always thought this. I've been on both sides because with politics, there's winners and losers. There's never winner and winners, and there's usually not losers and losers unless we go to war.
It's winner if you stay involved in the process.
If you stay involved in the process. And so I'll always say, do not hate the game or the players. You need to learn the game.
Yes.
And then that's one thing that doesn't happen because often people will say, hey, like we were saying, how did you get to testify for Congress? I mean, you must be special. You must be going to kick backs or something like that. They know you exist.
Exactly. Like they know you exist. We have, some large companies all around the U.S. and we sometimes get small businesses that come to talk before the Small Business Committee. But there's other businesses that go and talk about specific legislation or regulations that could impact their business. I was sharing with Johnny earlier. We have a pop-up of hospitals, doctor-ran hospitals. I'm curious. Yes, I'm curious whether or not they have lobbyists, whether or not they have government officials, someone to monitor regulations or legislation that's coming down the pipe for them, so that they understand how it's going to impact their business. It's important that we follow the regulations.
We're going to go pay some bills real quick. We're going to come back and keep talking about how you can leverage the government to help you.
weekend traffic.
One good news, 610 northbound Woodway. The accident has been clear. Traffic on Winding from 15 to the southwest freeway. It's a 25-minute drive from Evergreen to Shepherd. Stalled vehicles blocks the left lane. Samuel Tollway northbound to Little York. And stalled on the right shoulder West Park Tollway west after West Samuel Tollway. Big construction on Samuel Tollway east and westbound between Hillcroft and Cullen. All lanes are closed. You're using the service road. Get your traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 9s on News 92.2.
Is Mario Gomez. We are tracking Ingrid in the Channel 11 Weather Center. So far, impact will be minimal. We are expecting hot, steamy weather all weekend, though. Look for temperatures to reach in the low 90s today with a 30% chance of rainfall. By tonight, we're looking at steamy weather there again, mid-70s by Sunday morning. On Sunday, elevated rain chances as a remnants of Ingrid, possibly now a hurricane impact on Mexico. Our rain chances could go as high as 40%. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez, KKGU 11 Weather Center.
News 92 FM. You'll hear the latest headlines every 15 minutes. Team coverage of the important stories is the hour. Expanded traffic and weather together on the 9s. Sports at 15 and 45. Business and money news 25 and 55. News 92 FM.
If everyone in your house likes to surf, download all at the same time, you're ready for Xfinity from Comcast. For a limited time, you can get the best Xfinity Internet, TV, and voice for $19.99 each month for 6 months when you bundle 2 or 3. Plus, get online quickly and easily with stock. Xfinity Internet delivers the fastest home Wi-Fi for all rooms, all devices, all the time. And with Xfinity on demand, you can watch thousands of favorite TV shows, movies, and more. Anytime, anywhere, no additional cost. Switch to Xfinity Internet, TV, and voice for $19.99 each month for 6 months. You bundle 2 or all 3. Plus, get a free self-install kit. If you're looking for reliably fast internet speeds, you're ready for Xfinity. But hurry, this incredible offer ends September 22nd. Call 1-800-XFINITY now. Xfinity, the future of awesome. Restrictions apply. Limited digital starter TV performance and unlimited voice for new residential customers. After promo regular rates apply. Equipment for installation, access, and features, etc.
And back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Johnny Profit. We're talking about getting your foot in the door, money in your pocket, and having a good old time. Courtesy of Uncle Sam. But before we know, we have Ray on the line. So I want to talk to Ray real quick because he's got some important information to share. Ray, how you doing?
John, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great, sir. Give me the information. Tell us what's going on.
So we have our casino night coming up, the Houston Area Urban League Young Professionals. It's our big annual fundraiser for the Houston Area Urban League. And we're going to have casino games, a live band, a DJ, caterer, photo, raffle items such as the Google Nexus, airline tickets, sports memorabilia. It's going to be a great event. Free sales tickets are $45 for non-members, $35 for members. And it'll be $50 at the door. Some of our managers and sponsors are going to be a Fantasy BMW and lasers, alcohol.
By chance, BMW?
They're not giving away a BMW, John, but they are giving away a BMW watch as well as a drive experience package.
I can work with that. Tell us, Ken, how do we get the information? Like we want to buy tickets today.
If you want to buy tickets today, you go to our website, and that's haulyp.org, HAULYP.org.
Okay, more time.
That's haulyp.org, HAULYPP.org.
Awesome. And when does this event take place?
That will be Saturday, September 21st, from 7 to 11 p.m., and that is at Planet BMW.
So if you got an opportunity to find a sitter, if you need it, to get ready for September, which day do we have?
21st.
21st, from 11 to 7 p.m.?
7 to 11 p.m.
7 to 11, so just like on the mic. So I want folks to get out there. Remember, go to the haulyp.org.
Yes, sir. Haulyp.org.
For more information about it, we want Ray to call in and just give us a little information. We have time. We'll probably have you on the show next week.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John.
All right. Take care.
Bye. You too.
Okay, I hope y'all are watching this on Ustream, because so you can see us, because I'm in the studio with the most incredibly looking people ever. So I got Chania in here. The reason it's just so exciting to me is because I know firsthand from growing up in a very small community the impact of having a presence in government has. Quietly, you can take over the world versus people with 50,000 people on a fan page and all that other stuff. But quietly, you can take over the world because you are BFFs with the very people who know before anything happens what's about to happen.
Right. The one thing I want to communicate really to business owners, small businesses, or business owners, is I think you each should schedule, if you have never. Yeah. Do it for me. Schedule face-to-face with your elected officials, your decision makers. The second thing is develop your own access granted business plan. It is that I'm going to do with my government that write policies, that enforce laws that impact my business. That's something you need to do. And after you do that, you definitely should follow up. You follow up and say thank you, but you also follow checking on the status of what you asked them for. We have to understand that our government exists. We don't go and ask for the meetings. If we don't develop that plan to be able to be in touch with them and see how we're going to access them, you don't get any results. You don't get anything that you want. You don't get a government contract. You don't get to testify. You don't get to just hang out with them and understand what's going on. You don't, most importantly, get your issue heard. Whatever's going on with your business, inside at it or out of it. You don't. You just they don't know. Right. They're not. It's like they don't know. They don't know. And even though you see a lot of them moving, shaking, doing all those things, you have to be the one to put your business at the forefront and make sure they understand what you're doing. So
tell us about what you do, because that's why I have you on the show. You know, just like explain what you do.
Yeah. So what I do is I do several things. So as a government affairs consultant, I can sit down with businesses to help them develop those business and strategies as it relates to how it is I develop a plan into whether they advocate for an issue that's possibly going to impact my business. Or I may do a simple training on I'm going to Capitol Hill and I need to know what's the best thing, what should I say, how should I be, what are my talking points, develop it, and how do I still message? Because now the person may be asking me about a campaign event or something like that. And how do you stay on message? So I do a lot of training and development of people so that they have the confidence that they need when they walk through the door. Automatically, access is granted to any business owner in the United States and any citizen in the United States. So because we know that you walk in there confidently, understanding this is what I have, this is what I offer. Not that they're going to say, okay, check, we got you. You're in now. No, but it's about relationship building. And so that's what I'm helping a lot of businesses do. Build relationships with their elected officials, the decision makers, so that they understand what they offer.
Wow. And I mean, the big thing is you're gonna teach me where to write. You know,
I can do that too.
I won't.
Where purpose.
That much time on Capitol Hill. Again, I can't emphasize enough. Stop taking advice. I said I'm gonna just put it out there. Please take advice because people don't know what they're talking about. It gives me hey, because then you're going to come to me and you're going to start talking with all that confidence. And as I said, like I quote Mark Twain, it is what you don't know, it's what you think you know, that they just think so. That makes it so difficult for those that are actually good at what they do. You know, and that's why we have Verna here and Chanya here. So what are the other things I want to know? So on a local level, can you help somebody?
Absolutely.
When it comes to city council and HHIs and all of those, it's all politics, right?
Yes, it's all politics, but all politics is
sweet, nice way.
Yeah, sweet, nice way. The thing that we have to understand is that at any level, the system that I developed in the book, Access Granted to 5-minute Advocate, how to get in, get out, and get results.
I'm showing
you can use it. Local PTAs, the HISD. Yes, anyone can use the system, the principles that I talk about are transferable.
Yeah.
It's basically you automatically get access. How do I develop whatever the message is? You want to stay on the message, and then that's where people get in trouble at. You want to go in and talk about one minute talking about the kids not having fair, adequate public education. Then they start talking about the sewer issue. No, stay on message so that the person knows exactly what you're communicating about. And so that's what it is. But yes, we can help basically anybody understand how to effectively communicate and build relationships with their local elected officials.
I can't stress enough how important it is. I really can't stress enough how important it is. You can go to the bank first. You can go to your customers first. Government controls the process. Government controls the rules, whether you win or this is the referee. This is the referee. And remember, as you know, many athletes, you get mad and you can cuss out the referee. Bad thing happens to your team. So yeah. We're going to go to break. When we're back, we're going to close up with a little more information about how you can leverage Chanya's expertise to get what you need.
Thank you.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Four vehicle Sam Houston Tollway in northbound at Little York. It's in the left lane there. Vehicle on the right shoulder, West Park Tollway, westbound at Sam Houston Tollway. Gets on the right shoulder. You still got a 15-minute drive for 59, the Highway 66. Construction blocks all main lanes of the Sam Houston Tollway, both east and westbound between Hillcroft to Cullen to 5 o'clock Monday morning. You're forced to use the feeder roads in both directions. Get traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 9 on News 92 FM.
I'm KCUW News meteorologist Mario Gomez. We are tracking Ingrid in the Channel 11 Weather Center. So far, its impact will be minimal. We are expecting hot, steamy weather all weekend. Then, though, look for temperatures to reach in the low 90s to today with a 30% chance of rainfall. By tonight, we're looking at steamy weather again and mid-70s by Sunday morning. On Sunday, the elevated range chances as the remnants of Ingrid, possibly now a hurricane, make it impact on Mexico. Our range chances could be as high as 40%. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez for KCUW 11 Weather Center.
This is Houston's all-news station, News 92 FM.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Johnny Prophet and Johnny in the hot seat with me, talking about how she can help you get the money you deserve. So, John, last section, how do people get a hold of you?
So you can get a hold of me by it's www.5minuteadvocate.info, or you can find me on Facebook and Twitter under 5 Minute Advocate. Those are the best ways to reach me. If you just need to call me because you're not there, you can always call me on 301-259-1292. But that's pretty much how you can reach me. Yes.
So I want you to talk about Access Granite at 5 Minute Advocate because it's incredible. I love the size of it. I love what it does. So instead of me having to sit there, I'm going to do a book like this.
Listen.
Right, Daniel? He's in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, because here's the deal. I can appreciate a 350-page book that you pour your heart into, and you just tell me every nuances of everything you've done. But sometimes I just want the facts. Just show me, like get the point. And this hand size, this pocket size is excellent.
Listen, I'm a 5 Minute Advocate, but 30 minutes, that's all it takes. And if you ever just sit in the doctor's office and you need something to read, this is a nice, quick, handy book for people to get the basic information they need to actively engage in the process. It's not everything that we do in Congress or in the state legislature or local city hall. It's basic information, honestly, that you can use, tools that you can use today. Immediately. Go post on Facebook. You have an issue right now. Go post on Facebook. 9 times out of 10, that member of Congress, staff, or that local city government, elected officials see that because they don't want that post sitting out there with no response. They're going to respond to it. And so what we try to do is give people understanding that there's things that you can start doing in 5 minutes. You can write a letter, hopefully in less than 5 minutes. You can pick up a phone and call someone. Less than 5 minutes, especially when it comes to stuff. They don't want you to be on the phone all day. So you can do that. You can also go and post, tweet, or whatever in less than 5 minutes. These are the things that you can do to actively engage in the process.
Okay, so here's a perfect example. I go to page 21 in the Access Granite 5 Minute Advocate. And so here's what it says. Page 21, information gathering. Common sense, that's not common. That's the problem. Identify what is the issue, what is the issue, who does the issue impact, why does it matter, what outcome do you seek? Most of you don't have an outcome. You're just mad when you show up. You really have no clue as to who it impacts other than you. Because down below it says, it's good to know both sides of the argument. You never know both sides of the argument. So this goes back to my executive more than anything with, degrees and things like that. This is what we teach in writing.
Right.
This is So again, how did you end up with the book?
So basically, because I work on Capitol Hill, I wanted to find another way in which I can continue to empower citizens. My goal is to make sure that we have at least over the next couple of years, there's 1 million advocates. Take the pledge, be like, I'm an advocate, because if you don't engage your elected officials, you'll continue to see what's happening as it relates to Syria, as it relates to Trayvon Martin, or whatever the case may be. No one is reaching out to the elected officials to let them know what's going on. And so you get laws and you get policies that impact you, but you're not doing anything other than being mad. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get some pushback. Marching. We have to stop marching. We got to start calling, writing. Yes, we do. Yeah, all caps. we have to do more than be reactionary to what's going on.
Yeah.
We have to really put
Right.
the pen to the paper, pick up the phone and call them and let them know what's going on with us. I'm sorry. You can march all you want, but if you're not following up with an elected official afterwards, it does nothing but say there was a million people on the mall. I'm sorry.
No, don't please.
You gotta call.
The executive
gotta do
you don't
something
have to apologize for saying something like that.
I know, but I know people love getting out there marching.
Right.
And, I love it too. But guess what? You have to, in order for listen to.
Yes.
In order for you gotta call and you gotta write and you have to hold.
This is 15 years.
I should say have to. That's not right. You must hold them accountable.
Exactly.
Every elected official that you put into office or not, because they're still representing you at some point, you need to hold them accountable. And the best way to do that is write that letter, official letter, your hand and writing. Don't use some copied letter that you've gotten from some action. Okay, no, those are good, but you want to let them know that you really care about the issue, and so you gotta write.
And the big difference is this isn't. And I can't even preface this with no offense to anyone. If you're offended, you're bad. But the point is,
follow me on Twitter.
Follow on Twitter. But the point is if you can stay busy, still not be doing anything.
Right.
And that's what we see so much of. When I'm building a company, I'm not running around popular, running around trying to be effective and efficient.
Right.
And a lot of the time, you get Hollywood out there, and they just want to be heard. It's the ego driving the guilty, I guess.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that he's behind. You want to call them behind the closed door, and they're not. You just decided not to show up.
Right.
And so I have a meeting with this particular individual who lets me on to hey, you know what? Let me go back and see what we can do about that.
Right.
While you're running around outside in front of the street making noise.
Right.
And so again, I'm with you. I'm all for marketing in order to market the event, to show people their support and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't happen until we either play golf, sit in the sauna, or go to dinner at one of our local fun restaurants. And it's one of those things where you're getting advice that's just bad advice from a lot of good people. Oh goodness!
And you spend a whole lot of time watching.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you to take a 5-minute play, write a letter in less than 5 minutes, and the letter could be a paragraph just to say who or what community you're from, what the issue is, and what you want them to do about it.
And so here's action steps. Now, when you develop a business plan, strategy, growth plan, whatever it is you're doing now, you write it down and blah blah. You better have a piece in here under marketing and operations that addresses the fact that you are going to make sure that you have someone in office helping you or your team, advisory board, or you talk to every once in a while. That's part of your plan now.
Yes, absolutely.
So
it's essential.
We got to get out of here. Verna, thank you so very much. I loved having you on the show. Tanya, as always, this is the second time we've had the chance to meet up.
Yes.
I got Jesse's over here running the YouTube or the YouTube stream if you're checking us out. And Daniel's over here doing his amazing, making sure that all the content that comes out of my mouth will be cleaned up by PR later on. Well, I mean, that's really weird to announce too. And so, what's your name, dear? So Stephanie's sitting over here, making sure she's driving the big black truck, and I get to jump out of it, like an official. And I will say, every time I see you, Tanya, you look so Capitol Hill-ish.
Oh, really?
It looks great. You always look at the Capitol Hill thing. Check us out on YouTube stream. Thanks again, Joel. You've been excellent. Everybody, tune in next week. We'll be back. Like I said, it's just all of us out here trying to grow businesses together. Here on News 92.2 FM, you're listening to the Executive Hour with Johnny Profit. Have a great week.
KROI Seabrook, Houston. News 92 FM. News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
All vehicles still blocks to the left lane. Sam Houston Tollway, north